Hi folks, welcome to your Humanities 242 class. This is an entirely online class, so we'll be doing all of our interactions via the internet and mostly through Blackboard. Unless of course you want to come to visit me in my office, which you were always welcome to do. But since Blackboard is such an important part of this course, I wanted to give you a guided tour of how the course is organized so that you can get oriented and hit the ground running on Monday when classes start. This is the announcements page, and this is a pretty important section of the Blackboard site to keep an eye on. I will use this a lot. Anything that I need to let you guys know about in terms of the course that's going to show up here, including every time I update grades. I'll send out another announcement to let you know to check your grades. So you definitely need to be logging in, checking this at least a couple times a week. Right now it's blank, but as soon as I finish this video, I will embed that in the announcements page, so you'll actually be seeing this there. Here is the menu for the course on the left hand side of the screen. Everything you need should be there. I've got everything up for the course, all the assignments, all the due dates. Everything should be there, and I've tried to go through and make sure everything worked. Please let me know if you find something that doesn't. Here's the syllabus, and you're going to find a file for you to download if you want to have your own copy to either print out or save on your computer, but it'll always be here for you. I'm also really fond of little animations and various programs to make things a little more interesting, especially with an online course where we never actually get to meet. So I've got a little video here. His eyes will follow the cursor around. I love this program. So you want to listen to him, as well as make sure to read over the syllabus very carefully. Let me know if you have any questions. I also have a course calendar, and this is a Google Calendar that is embedded into the program, into Blackboard. And you can see I've got everything, hopefully all of the important dates for the course are all here in the calendar. One of the things I try to do is let you know, what's week 1, what's week 2. I always get that confused. I'm very sort of calendar impaired, so I do a lot of prep work to make sure that my calendars are straightforward, because they help me at least as much as they help you. So you can see which week is which week, and you can see where all of the assignments are due. Everything's pretty much due Wednesday night at midnight for this class, and if you click on it, it'll tell you what you need to do by that date. So by Wednesday of this week, of the first week of the semester, Wednesday the 21st, you need to post an introduction to the relevant discussion forum. You'll see a thread in there for introductions to let people know who you are and what you're interested in. One, it's a way for us to get to know each other, because once again we're not going to see each other face to face. And two, it's a way for me to identify who is actually going to participate in the class. If you don't post your introduction by Wednesday at midnight, you will be dropped. So make sure you get in, start exploring, and say howdy to us all. So each week you'll see, here's the assignment for the 28th, the second week of the class. You can change the view and see what it looks like by the week. This is the week before class, nothing showing up. But week 2, you can see there at midnight on Wednesday something is due. You can also do an agenda view, a list view, if you're not such a calendar type person, if you like to see things in a list. And I've also made that list as a PDF, so you can click this link right here, download it, save it, put it on your own calendar, however you organize your semester. All the data is here for you. The next tab is course materials, and this is all the course materials for the course other than your textbook. Each week you will see a list of what you should be reading for that week. Alright, so there's 4 links here. There's 4 different websites that I want you to go read an article or something from the University of New York at Albany each week. And you'll see if we look, that's for week 1. Here's week 2. And you'll see there's more links. It's not all links, just the first couple weeks. Our book actually doesn't pick up until, I think it's week 3. Yes, textbook reading starting in week 3, so you'll see textbooks. Sometimes there'll be videos here, sometimes there's websites. Whatever's here, click it, read it, play the game. Sometimes there's a couple of interactive games. Whatever's here, explore it. All right. Now you'll notice that there's a writing quest, and there was one in week 2 as well. When you go into the course materials, that's all you're going to see. You need to complete the writing quest before you'll see the rest of the materials. And they're really short quizzes, 1 question, 2 question, just various grammar, punctuation, citation rules that hopefully you all know. You should know. It's all from English 101. It's just my way of reminding you of some of these important rules. No one should have any problems with these quizzes. You can take them as many times as you like. Once you get them, all the questions right, all the rest of the materials for that week will open up for you. And there are materials for weeks 1 through 16, all the way to the end of the class in December. The discussion boards are really important. There is a weekly discussion board assignment. I call it the muddiest point question. And this relates to all of the course materials. So for the week 2 muddiest point, that's our first muddiest point assignment, is in week 2. It's due August 28th. And it's a muddiest point question, something you don't understand or would like to discuss more from the week 1 or 2 course materials. So anything on the anything that you've read, clicked, watched, played. The point of this assignment is to develop the ability to look at information, humanities information, and instead of just saying, oh, okay, now I know that, to go further. Oh, okay, well, what about ... fill in the blank. So each week, after you've read the materials that are assigned, we don't have a muddiest point question for week 1, so the week 2 muddiest point assignment deals with weeks 1 and 2. But after that, week 3 is on the materials for week 3. Week 4 is on the materials for week 4. These are all due Wednesday at midnight. So logically, that means you have to have reviewed all of the week's materials by Wednesday at midnight. And that all goes all the way down to week 15 is actually the last week. November 27th is the last muddiest point question. And this is a weekly discussion, so after you post your question on, say, Wednesday, September 11th in week 4, then you need to go back, read other people's posts, and post 4 substantive responses by the following Wednesday. So each Wednesday, you'll post a question on that week's material, and make sure you've also posted 4 responses to the previous week's material. All of that's in the calendar. And to know exactly how to post, what kind of questions to post, what's appropriate and what's not, go to the assignment section, which is the next tab down here. And you'll see that there's a whole bunch of information and sort of a rubric to let you review your own responses, make sure that they are appropriate and will earn the credit for that assignment. Here are all the other assignments in the course. There's a humanities quest. You're going to do 2 of those little essays that are going to get you away from the computer and out into the world. There's a final essay, of course, straight up research essay, just like you did in English 101. And this is your opportunity to practice those skills in this class. And then there's optional assignments. And I should pause here for a moment and explain my grading schema, which is also actually in the syllabus. So you'll get this all written down in the syllabus. But just briefly, The way I run my courses is all of the assignments are, I don't want to say pass fail because you can't fail unless you don't do the assignment. They are completed or needs work. So once you do an assignment, it comes to me. Either you get the points, the full points for the assignment, or you need to do some revision in order to earn full points. So you never earn a B or a C, 80%. You don't get, 15 out of 20. You either get the 20 points because you've met the requirements of the assignment, or I send it back to you and say, give you feedback on what you need to do in order to earn those 20 points or whatever it is. And you have as much time as you want to revise, and you can revise as many times as you want until you get it. The only caveat with that is that the class ends on December 12th, 10th, or something like that. Whenever the end of the semester is, that's it. All the work has to be in. So you need to pace yourself. You need to have the time management skills to get all the work in. And if you do all of the work, all of the required work in the course satisfactorily, and the required work are the weekly Muddiest Point discussions, the Humanities Quest, and the final essay. If you do all of that at a satisfactory level, get all of those points, you'll earn 750 points, and that's a C in the class. If you want a higher grade, if you want a B or an A, there are lots of optional assignments that you can do to take your studies further. And if we open this folder, you can see you can propose your own assignment, you can submit a rough draft of your final, and that counts as an optional assignment. That'll boost your grade. And then there's lots of different, what I'm calling art encounters, opportunities for you to once again get out and actually encounter works of art and write about them. And you can see there's lots of different opportunities. All of this information is in that folder. If you do one optional assignment, and once again you do it satisfactorily so you get the points, you will get a B in the course. If you do 3 optional assignments and do them all to the level that I expect, you will get an A. And that's the way the course runs. So that's why I say you really can't fail unless you stop trying. Because even if you don't get it the first time, do it again until you get it. And that, like I said, that's all described again in the syllabus, so it's not like you have to grasp it all now. Look over the syllabus, read it over, let me know if you have any questions. And by the way, there is a link in the discussion board for posting questions. The next tab is under Final Presentations. Along with your final essay, you're going to do a short presentation, just a little video presentation in the class, and those will be posted there at that time. You'll get more information about that. Then there's View Grades. Obviously, check your grades often. And once again, when you look in your grades, you're not going to see a point level. What you're going to see is either needs work, meaning your work has been returned for revision, or completed, which means you've got all the points. You'll get it. I've been teaching this way for a couple years. Students grasp it pretty quickly once they start. And then the last tab is YC support resources, especially in an online class. Make sure to take advantage of these. There's information on Blackboard, best practices for online learners, especially if this is your first online class or you're not really a computer person. The college has lots of tutorials and help to help you get comfortable in an online class. So make sure to take advantage of those. So that's about it. Log in, poke around, click the links, follow them, see where they lead. If you have any questions, for sure post them in the discussion board, and I look forward to hearing from you starting Monday.